up. Okay, so we are starting a new game. Let me switch my monitor over to HDMI there. Um, Perfect. Okay, so this game is an old school visual novel. This is the PC Engine CD, as you can obviously see. But kind of in a similar, I was looking for games similar to like Snatcher and Police Knots, both Kojima games that I've liked a great deal. And I heard about this one. Evidently, this one was kind of made around the same time. I actually forget what year this game came out. I want to say 88. Could be wrong. Let me double check just to be sure. But there is like a 1 and 2. Looks like 1992 actually. My bad. 1992, and then there was Dead of the Brain 2 in 1993. The 1992, the first one was actually, I think, for a different platform. I think maybe PC 98 or something like that. But this PC Engine CD version actually came out in 1996. It does have both Dead of the Brain 1 and 2, so it's kind of a combo pack. So it would, obviously came out after 93 when the second one came out. So little bit on the game. I read a couple quick things that are at least going to help me for a while. I'm probably going to get stuck in this game because I think it's pretty, oops, I don't know if I wanted to do that. Yeah, well, let's just kind of see what happens, I guess. Make sure, there's the sound. Dead of the Brain. Okay, so first one, yes. New game. Oh, I should maybe move my camera. Yeah, let's go over here. Okay. Painting walls is normally a job. Crap. Should I have to do that? I had to work overtime again because of that. Oh well, at least the overtime pay is good enough. I'm soaking in sweat, I need a shower to cool off. Okay. We hear the shower. That's better. Looks like a pretty crummy little one-bedroom apartment. Or something. Nothing like a cold beer after a shower. Try it once and you're hooked. Oh boy. All work and no play, anything interesting going on. Some big international incident or something. Phone's ringing, okay. Who can that be at this time of night? Hello, this is Cole. Cole, it's Cooger. Cooger! Oh, it's you, Doc. Why are you calling at this time of night? It's amazing, Cole. My new invention will surprise even you. You won't believe your eyes. Again, last time your artificial heart sprung a leak. Got blood all over my jacket. It was disgusting cleaning it up. So this time it'll be fine, I promise. Come over as quickly as you can. Alright, so we got the Back to the Future trope thing going on. I'm exhausted. How about another? If you don't mind, come. I'll tell Terry about you and Sheila. Oh, if you don't come, I'll tell. Oh, so he's blackmailing? Okay. I'll be waiting. Okay, Cooger is Dr. Emmett Brown, and I guess we're Marty McFly. Something he threatens to do. Doc's one thing, but Terry's another. Hitting on Sheila without knowing that I'm going out with her. On top of that, asking for my advice. Oh well, I'll worry about it later. I'd better go or Doc will get angry. I wonder what he's made this time. Doc, why are you waiting out here for me? Huh. So it's weird. Like, I'm not hitting any buttons. Like, it was in some parts just now. It was kind of going quicker than I think I keep up reading it, but I wasn't like clicking through. It was just it was kind of going on autopilot. I think because there was maybe the audio to go along with it. But so anyway, it looks like we're at Cooger, the doc's apartment or lab or whatever, and he's outside. So we're asking what he's doing out here to meet us. My neighbors are nosy and I don't want to attract attention, he says, and I really don't want anyone to find out about my research. Cole says, that sounds paranoid, by the way. What did you make this time? It's in the lab. Come on in, says Cooger. Every time I see the lab, I'm overwhelmed who would believe this is in the house or a university. Would believe this is in the house of a university professor. Okay. Come on, don't say it like that. Since my wife died, research is the only pleasure in my life. It's my only pleasure in life. I hope you can understand, says Cooger. Sorry, says Cole. I didn't mean it like that. Don't take it the wrong way. I didn't mean to upset you. Okay, so that's the sound of an injured animal. Or like a whining, like a cat or something. Huh? Did you hear that weird sound? Like a moan? There it is again. There it is again, like a baby. Cole, look out, says Cooger. What the hell? What? What did he bring? What? Cold duck. What happened? That cat just... What? Cooger says, Cole, were you bitten at all? Did you get scratched? No, I'm okay, but more importantly, was that your cat? Yes, that was Kitty, says Cooger. That was Kitty, says Cole. Why would your pet cat attack us? Did it have rabies or something? Cooger says, no, the cat died over a week ago. What the hell? Don't be silly, it attacked me just now. Are you telling me that cat was your quiet kitty? Says Cole. Has rabies, right? Be honest, I'm not with the health department. What the heck is going on here? Cole, it's not like that, says Cooger. Kitty doesn't have rabies. What is it then? What do you mean it died a week ago? Asks Cole. What the hell is with the gun and shooting it repeatedly? Cooger says, calm down, just listen, Cole. Kitty died a week ago of natural causes. She definitely didn't have rabies. When I found Kitty's body, I had just made a sample of a reanimation serum. What the hell? Alright, I see where we're going here. Reanimation, you mean like to bring the dead back to life? I see, dead of the brain, so zombies. Yes, I felt so sorry for Kitty. I tested it out on her there, and then... Looked like almost like a Terminator type of thing at the beginning. It was like looking... There was some sort of graphic of like a skull. Doc, I don't get it, says Cole. There's no such thing as a reanimation serum. I know you're a great scientist and all, but this sounds like something out of a B-movie. Cole, I understand why you don't believe it. It's a normal reaction, says Cooger. But even if you don't understand it, you need to accept it as fact. What are you doing? Asks Cole. Whether you understand it or not, I'm going to show you, says Cooger. Cooger, check that she's dead. It would be strange to still be alive after being shot so many times, right? Doc, don't go any further, I believe you. No, you don't believe me. You think I'm going crazy. You need to see it with your own eyes, says Cooger. The liquid in this syringe is the reanimation serum. While I administer it, look at your watch. The data so far indicates that it should take 13 seconds, starting now. What? It's moving again. It's a miracle. This movement is neither death-related convulsions nor rigor mortis. Now don't tell me that you don't believe it. I must be dreaming, says Cole. It's not a dream, says Cooger. As you see, the cat is moving. It's amazing, Doc. You'll get the Nobel Prize for sure. Let's announce it ASAP. When are you going to announce it? Asked Cole. It's not ready to be announced yet. As I said, the serum is still a prototype. Why not? It's complete. That thing tried to attack. Serum has some side effects which aren't yet understood, and the revived specimens seem to have an increase in violent tendencies. Violent, like zombies in a movie? Well put. Well, it hasn't been tried on humans, so I'm not sure, but if we tried it on humans, I'd be a criminal. I'm a scientist, not a doctor. As you know from this cat's case, a creature revived with this medicine loses its docile traits. I've never heard of cats attacking humans unprovoked, other than rabies, as you mentioned. Is that so? Kitty, why did you attack people? Do you have a motive? Don't touch her. One more thing I forgot to say. Creature revived by the serum has several times the strength that it had when alive. Actually, muscles are strong enough to break the bones that they're connected to. Normal animals have the instinct to control that power in order to save their bodies. Oh, police, Mr. Cooger, this is Officer Jack Keithman from the 16th Precinct. Police? Okay. Open the door, Mr. Cooger. So is it Cooger or Mr. Cooger? Is that his last name? Shit, Doc, it's the police, says Cole. A.k.a. Marty. Police, open the door, Mr. Cooger. Cooger, Cole, stay in here. Do me a favor and put the cat in the refrigerator or something. Be sure not to let it bite you. Okay. Mr. Cooger, asked the police. Cooger asks, Officer, what brings you here at this hour? The house is so old I can hear their conversation here in the lab, thinks Cole to himself. Oh, Mr. Cooger, we received a complaint from the neighbors about a strange howl of a cat, says the police officer. Oh, yes, there are a lot of stray cats around here, and they howl at night. It bothers me too, but it's odd that they would call the police about something like stray cats howling, says Cooger. I'm told it's not just a normal stray cat howl, it's more like a painful scream, says the police officer. The complaints have continued for over a week. Oh. Came by to investigate while I'm on patrol tonight. Been going on for a week and they're just looking into this. I see, but I haven't heard any screams, says Cooger. Is that so? Sorry to bother you, but man, look around inside. This is routine, just a small look around. I don't mind, but I have a guest at the moment, so please be brief. I understand this won't take long, says the officer. Is this the bedroom? Asked the police officer. Yes, says Cooger. Since my wife died in a traffic accident, I've neglected to clean it, so it's quite messy. That's alright, says the officer. This is the den, as this is where I do all my research. Please try not to touch anything, says Cooger. That's alright, I won't touch anything, says the officer. What's in the next room? That's the lab. My guest is in there, says Cooger. Is it alright if I look inside? Asks the officer. What, he's coming here too, Doc? Turn him away. Thanks, Cole. To themselves. Be my guest, says Cooger. The cat's gonna make a noise. What's this picture on the wall? Asks the officer. Famous scientists. I'm a bit of a scientist. These are my heroes, says Cooger. Oh, that's the officer. Cole, this is an officer from the 16th Precinct. Pleased to meet you, says Cole. Good evening, Cole. I'm Jack Keithman, says the officer. What are you two doing here in the middle of the night? We're planning a party soon, and I came by to discuss with Doc, the professor. I see, by the way, Mr. Cooger, what kind of research do you do here? Primarily research on cancer cells. My rivals always get the edge on me, though. I guess I'm getting old. Told ya. We got the cat noise. What was that? Asked the officer. A stray cat in the backyard. The garbage collection area is in the backyard, so they gather here for dinner, says Cooger. There's also a graveyard for dessert, says Cole. I see, don't accidentally become the salad, says the officer. So I guess I'll be on my way. If you see anything strange, let me know. Good evening, says Cole. Wait a moment, says the officer. Did you hear some kind of sound coming from the refrigerator over there? No, that refrigerator only contains medical supplies, says Cooger. There it is again, coming from over there. May I open the door? Asks the officer. As you please, says Cooger. Doc, no, why don't you say no? Ask Cole to themselves. Be suspicious if I refuse. The data says so far indicates that revived animals die again within 2 minutes. Thinks Cooger to himself. That cat is still alive. What should we do? Are they talking to? Are they whispering? Says the police officer. Doc, Jack. Whoa. Okay, so we're like 15 minutes into this game. And this doctor has called us over to his place in the middle of the night, shown us some crazy serum that turns dead things into zombies, narrowly gets us either killed or turned into a zombie because his cat was given the serum. And then the doctor guy has to prove himself by doing the serum to the cat again, bringing it back to life again after it almost... after it tried to attack me, and he had to shoot it. And now it's killed a police officer. So this is kind of like those tangent scenes in Family Guy that are Back to the Future related, where Marty's like, no, Doc, you're like creepy with, like the MIB beam that like knocks people out and stuff. I would be like, screw you, Doc, I'm out of here. You got this officer killed. You just invited me here. I didn't know any of this was happening. There should be an option in like the move or something button on the left there. It's just like leave this house and never talk to this guy again. Okay, so anyway. Doc, what are you thinking? We have to take Jack to the hospital right away, says Cole. It's too late. Jack's throat has been slashed and the carotid artery and jugular vein have been severed, says Cooger. What about Kitty? asks Cole. Kitty is completely dead. With the last of her energy, she cut Jack's throat, says Cooger. What are we going to do? As it is, it looks like we're the killers. No, dude, it looks like the doc is a killer. What? Why are you already saying we? This Cole is not a very smart guy. You are an innocent bystander to this wacky scientist, dude. I've got it, says Cole. It'll be okay if we can revive him. Oh boy. Cougar. ... Doc, say something. We should go to the police, says Cole. Even you doubted the ability of the serum. Why do you think the police will believe it? Asks Cougar. I would think that you've gone crazy. We wouldn't have a chance. The victim was a policeman. Will end up in the electric chair or the gas chamber sniffing cyanide. No way, says Cole. What can we do? If we don't do something, they're going to catch us. I mean, it's true. Don't they know where he was? Like, he must have talked to another officer on the phone. Kitty bit Jack's throat. Didn't she? asked Cougar. Yes, but do you have a plan? asked Cole. The serum is originally a virus. The sample isn't pure enough. It's crawling with live microbes, says Cougar. Mucous membrane infection. In other words, is bitten or scratched, you will be infected. The virus will enter the open wound and travel to the brain. Travel to the brain, dead of the brain. Okay. In other words, Jack is going to become a zombie? asked Cole. Well, I don't know. As I said before, it hasn't been tested on a human even once. Oof, there's only one thing I could say. The fact is that even though this much time has passed, Jack hasn't moved at all. Human bodies are larger since the human body is so much larger than a cat, and the amount of the virus transmitted was minuscule, so I guess it takes a certain amount of time until the effect appears. It's true that Kitty was a domestic cat. It might revert to a wild form. I don't need to tell you that humans are more rational than beasts. Cole says, in other words, you mean that humans are different from cats and that they have no violent tendencies? It isn't clear yet, says Cougar. In any case, we haven't learned anything yet. All we can do is to watch and see if he revives. We can only avoid the death penalty if Jack revives, says Cole. It doesn't work, we're goners, right? Cole, back away. If something happens, use this gun, says Cougar. Okay, says Cole. Oh, yep, okay. Gave him the shot. 5 seconds, says Cougar. 10 seconds, says Cougar. 15 seconds. Doc, it doesn't seem to work on humans, says Cole. Must have been dreaming, says Cougar. Look, his eyes are opening. Cole, be on guard to shoot. Jack, he's alive, says Cole. Jack, can you hear me? It's me, Cougar. Please, Jack, can you hear me? Jack, it's me, says Cougar. Police squad. Doc, look out. Holy crap. Cole, no matter how many times I shoot, he's not dying. Cole, run! I'll be right behind you. Let's get out of here together. Go now. Okay, hurry up. Okay, I kind of get this. This has got a little bit of a... I can kind of get the Snatcher vibe. This is definitely it. Okay, hurry up. Alright, Cole says, Doc, the graveyard. Oh, jeez. Let's go through here. It'll slow him down. Huff Puff, you said that humans don't have violent tendencies, or has his sense of reason gone? Well, after all, the human race's ancestors are apes, says Cooger. Please. Don't make excuses, says Cole. What is that bag you're carrying? It's the serum. Is he still following us? Says Cooger. Yeah, he's still chasing us, says Cole. What a persistent bugger, says Cooger. Ah! Doc, are you alright? No, the serum. Oh, crap, the serum's all gone. Does that say Stephen King? I think it does say Stephen King. Huh. What? That's pretty cool. Okay. Looks like it says 1999. Are they implying he passes away before the turn of the century or something? That's kind of weird. Alright. Doc, Jack is coming. Let's go. My serum, says Cooger. You can always make more, says Cole. Hurry up, let's go. Oh, 1984. Oh, because it poured. Because it poured into the grass? And now the hand, like, has some of it on it. And it's what, gonna go infect the rest of the graveyard? Oh, that's like the intro? Dang, okay. Nightmare collection. This is pretty dope. Cool. Doc, things are bad. So what should we do? How long should we continue running from a killer zombie policeman? Cooger says, Cole, please calm down. Did you see the copies from another world? Doc, what on earth are you going to do? Asked Cole. Calm down and listen to me, says Cooger. That serum is just a prototype. There is a limit to how long Jack can stay revived. I don't think it's very long. When it wears off, we have to find the corpse. Probably he's dying again somewhere now. His dead body... When we find his dead body, we'll go to the police. When we go to the police, aren't we going to be arrested and get the death penalty? Asks Cole. Cooger replies, even if we give up, the police will eventually find him. It's inevitable. No sense worrying about it. Cole says, I'm not worried about the death penalty anymore. I'm just upset about how I wasted my short life being around you. Right? Screw this guy. Cooger says there's something even worse that could happen. Doc looks tired since he ran quite a bit, but I've never seen him look this serious. I guess it's to be expected under the circumstances. Okay, so we're... Look. Get... Talk. The thing I worry most about is whether Jack will bite somebody else, says Cooger. I don't think infection by biting is a problem. Kitty bit me and nothing happens, says Cole. If Kitty had bit another cat, it would have been infected. Similarly, if a human bites a cat, it won't get infected. What? I thought it was Kitty that turned him into one. Or is it because he used the serum? Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm confusing myself. Alright, you mean if it's between humans, it's infectious, asked Cole? Yes, says Cooger. It seems that way. Okay, so it was because we gave the serum because the infected cat just killed. Okay. Doc, do you know the movie The Dawn of the Zombies? Frankenstein's monster became undead. Yes, says Cooger, just that one corpse in New York created an army of zombies. And in the end, New York became a ghost town. I feel that might happen here. Cole says in that movie, the zombies were killed by guns, but why didn't the policeman die? Cooger says that's the difference between a movie and reality. If a dead person is reanimated, the nerves aren't. The blood also won't circulate. Only the brain is reanimated. Okay. Wow, it can move about just with the brain, says Cole. Cooger replies whether it's alive or whether it's just imitating a living human. Even I'm confused. Continues, in any case, we have to look for him later in order to prevent this town from becoming a ghost town. Okay. Movie at the dawn of the zombies. The zombies died. Shot through the heart, but I shot him in the lab several times. No effect, so the movie was a lie? Ah. Cooger says in any case we have to look for him later in order to prevent this town from okay. Huh. I don't really know. Supposed to go somewhere? Huh. Why doesn't it let me do any of the other things? If Jack attacks somebody, it will be much worse than a movie. Oh, okay, there we go. Knock, knock. I was wondering how we get to the next point here. Sheila. Who's Sheila? Cole, help! Please open the door. Cole says, it's Sheila. Wait a second, I'm coming. Cooger says, Cole, please don't tell her what happened. I won't, says Cole. Don't worry. Alright, let's talk to her. It's okay if Doc joins us, right? But it's so late. What happened? Asks Cole. Sheila says, more importantly, I was nearly killed on the way over here. I'm so scared, says Sheila. Whoa, calm down. Who tried to kill you? Asks Cole. Well, you know, my company is one train station away. I got on the train, got out at this station, and walked to the main street. It was very different from normal, said Sheila. What do you mean different? Asked Cooger. All of the shop windows were broken and lots of weird people were walking around. I thought maybe they were drunk, so I kept walking. Then 2 or 3 of them came after me, says Sheila. Crazy. Did they threaten you? Asked Cole. No, but they smelled terrible, says Sheila. They stepped in front of me and I looked at their faces. All 3 looked like they were decaying. Blood was dripping. Okay. Okay. Think we know what's going on here. It has spread. Sheila says, at first I thought it was makeup, but it wasn't. Blood was dripping. I got scared and ran here. Yeah, I don't blame you. Doc, what the hell? Says Cole. What? I can't believe it. In such a short time, they've multiplied like that, says Cooger. Cole says, like it or not, what she saw were the undead. Of all people, Sheila was put in harm's way. Cooger ... Sheila says, Cole, what are you talking about? Cole says, Doc made those undead. Doc made a reanimation serum and brought his cat back to life. The cat went for the throat of a cop and killed him. So then he used the serum on the cop and reanimated him. What are you talking about? Says Sheila. That's an unbelievable story. Sheila, says Cooger, what Cole is saying is true. I ran away from that policeman. And here I am. After the policeman is found, I was thinking of turning myself in. What does that mean? You're going to be arrested? Asked Sheila. If Sheila saw such a large number of zombies, then maybe we shouldn't bother looking for Jack anymore. Sheila says, but I can't believe a reanimation serum. Anyway, now we'd better call the police, says Cole. Isn't there something else we can do? Asked Sheila. There is nothing more we can do, says Cooger. It was wrong to reanimate the police officer. Cole, could you call the police? Okay, get the phone. There's nothing we can do but leave it. Nothing we can do but leave it to the police, as Doc said. Ring, ring, ring. All of our operators are busy. Please try again later. It's no good. Nobody's picking up, says Cole. It's not uncommon in such a high crime area. Let me try again. All of our operators are busy. Please try again later. Cole says, no matter how many times I try, I'm not getting through. That's probably a hint not to try again, but let me try again. Ring, 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 ring. All of our operators are busy. Please try again later. No matter how many times I try, I'm not getting through. Okay. Cole, it's no use. Nobody is answering the phone at the police station. They must be busy. Cooger replies, busy, huh? Try again a bit later. I heard the police phone line has been unanswered a lot lately, says Cole. How can they say they are protecting us? Fair. Sheila says if they're not picking up, there's nothing we can do. I hope we can get through soon. Okay, I think they're just on repeat now. Okay, I guess we try and call again. Get. Try calling again. Huh. That's strange. What happened? Phone stopped working. Oh. It's a zombie, holy crap. I can't believe he got in here, says Cooger. Doc, that's not the cop from before, says Cole. Forget about that, Cole. Get the gun. Got it. Sheila, this way. Doc, nothing's happening. Like how they got the moving mouth on Cole's character. Why is he still moving? Even though I'm shooting his chest. Crap, they're coming this way, says Cole. Let's get out of here. Why the hell isn't it working? asks Cooger. Sheila says, Mr. Cooger, hurry. You're gonna get yourself eaten or something. What? Everyone is a zombie? Why are there so many? says Cole. Asks Cole. I can't believe how their numbers have grown, says Cooger. Far more than I expected. It's a lot more than I saw earlier, says Sheila. Let's not dilly-dally, says Cooger. Let's get to the police now. Closest station is the 16th precinct, says Cole. Oh, cool, little map. This is the 16th precinct. It was pretty far away. So different than it is in the daytime, so quiet. Fairly large two-story police station. I've never even considered coming to such a place. Pretty sure this is the precinct where Jack, Officer Keithman, who visited. Yes, it was the same one. Willingly walk into a police station. Light on upstairs on the second floor. There's probably a poker game going on among members of the night shift. Okay. Interesting. Good information. Let's not waste time. Hurry up. Let's go in. It's garbage can is surrounded by homeless people. Why it's always so crowded by. They reassemble shredded documents and sell them to the mafia. Boggles the mind. Alright, do we move? Okay. Based on how wide the doors are, the inside must also be spacious. Car blocking the view so I can't see inside clearly. Patrol car, 16th precinct, looks like there's nobody inside. Do I have to do go? Let's tell them everything, even the police will understand. Cooger says, I suppose you're right. Ooh. Creepy. I gotta say, I do like this art, though, for PC Engine CD. I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, kind of on par, I'm sure, with, like, what a Sega CD was. This is cool. I do like this. What the hell happened here, says Cole. So this is the police precinct? Looks like the zombies have been here. What's this? Also the work of the zombies, Doc? There are bullet holes everywhere on the walls. Police must have emptied their guns. Yeah, no doubt. What a terrible way to die. Even the police can't defend themselves. Okay. From the blood splatter, a zombie must have picked up that man and smashed him against the wall. That's something a normal human couldn't do. The blood is still fresh. It's possible zombies may still be lurking around here. Okay, look at the clock. The desk clerk was also killed. I think they might have been the first victim. The fact that so many police were overpowered implies that there was probably more than one zombie. Even the police couldn't defeat the zombies. Yuck, an overwhelming stench of death. If I stay here too long, I'm going to be sick. All their firearms are empty, not even one bullet. Lights are out. Sheila, could you turn on the lights? Sure. What's going on? Says Cole. Sheila says, seems like the power is out. Great. Everybody's head is split clean open, says Cole. Maybe they understand humans' weaknesses because they themselves were once humans, says Cooger. Why are they killing humans? There's got to be a reason, says Cole. Not sure, says Cooger, what the reason is, but anyway, now that this has happened, we've got to do something about it on our own. After all the shooting, there isn't a single zombie's corpse. They seem unstoppable. Cole, there may still be some survivors. Let's go look for them, says Sheila. Alright, says Cole. Okay. Okay. Go look for him. Go. Move. After all this shooting, there isn't a single zombie's corpse. Doc, aren't these dead cops going to become zombies too? It's probably alright. All their brains are scooped out. They shouldn't be able to revive. The brains aren't complete. Okay. Oh yeah, we saw a window on the second floor with a light on. Maybe there's somebody up there. I'm gonna go check. Says Cole. Cougar asks, are you going by yourself? It's alright, says Cole. Could you let me borrow the gun from earlier? The handgun, says Cougar. Actually, I used all the bullets earlier. Going alone without a gun is going to be dangerous. Cole says, I can't just stay here. I'll be okay. I'm just going to check the lights upstairs. Sheila says, it's dangerous. You'd better not go. I'll be fine, says Cole, but be sure to stay here. If something happens, just call me and I'll be right back. Be careful, says Sheila. Oh, okay. It's the second floor. Ugh. Here, and it's fairly bright. I hope there are some survivors. Open door. 5 doors. In such case, it seems better to investigate from one end to the other. So, okay, 5 doors, yeah. This one looks pretty important. Bloodstains on the floor must be from some time ago because the blood is dry. Seems quite a number were killed on the second floor too, based on all the stains. There's a fire extinguisher here, but I wonder if it's useful. Ask Cole. Won't find out if I don't go in and look, says Cole. Yeah, okay. This seems to be a different kind of door than the others. The door looks very sturdy. What on earth is in the room behind it? Probably weapons? Who could have imagined that the hallway in a police station would become a river of blood in mere moments? I won't find out if I don't go. Okay. Guess I'll check the room with the open door. Okay. Boardroom type of thing. Look. Moonlight illuminates the room. It feels so creepy I can almost smell it. Scenery of the silent city continues as if the city itself is dead. Looking at the windows isn't going to do any good. I should check other places. Chairs are arranged around the table. If the zombies had a meeting in here, that would be a bit scary. Okay. Person at the head of the table is probably the most important person in the station. In the center of the room is a huge conference table with 8 chairs surrounding it. The room is carefully clean. There's not a speck of dirt. Okay. In a police station, this is unexpectedly tidy. Okay, so there's a flashlight right there. Emergency flashlight is mounted on the wall. I guess it is here in case of a power outage. Let's get that? No? Might be useful for something. I should take it. Okay, now is it gonna let me? Okay. Alright, there are batteries inside. It'll be good to use in dark places. Okay, it's a hook for hanging the flashlight. You really don't need this. Okay. Don't know if there's anything else to really look at. Let's try, like, far end here. Yeah, okay. Just thinking of, like, any little thing. There are no bloodstains in this room. There is no trace of a zombie having been in here. I think that... Okay, so that's the sign that we've, like, exhausted everything. To hallway? Going to check out another room. Oh, now that I have a flash. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so I mean, I guess we could just go left to right. Okay, so yeah, go or look. Well, I won't find. Okay, so that door is also open. Okay, but interesting. Like, there's even blood on the side of this door, and like on the like little side or the little like end of the door being open. But there's no evidence or no proof of any zombie being inside the open door. That's interesting. I mean, I guess nobody was in the room having a meeting at the time is probably why. I'm a little afraid to go into the next door. We are also at right about an hour, I think maybe 55 minutes on this one, so I think I'm gonna stick with tradition and try to do this game in kind of, hour increments, part 1, 2, 3, in hour increments for each part. And who knows what kind of mess we're gonna get in on this next door. There could be a zombie on the other side, which, yeah, could end up being a big whole ordeal and present a situation that really wouldn't be the best to pause during. So I think I like stopping right here, and then the next time we pick this up, Dead of the Brain Part 2, I'm hoping that maybe within Part 2 we can get through the other 4 doors and, I don't know, hopefully get back to the Doc and Sheila. It's definitely got a vibe to it. I can see why there was comparisons made with like Snatcher and such. It's a little, I mean, it's a goofy premise, but I guess so was, a lot of these sort of visual novels, especially these old school ones, are that way. So this is cool. I'm enjoying it. I do like I'm definitely digging the artwork and everything, so it's fun. But yeah, so that is part 1, Dead of the Brain, for the PC Engine CD. I didn't look into like how long this game roughly takes to beat. That's a good question. It's usually something I look into before I start streaming. Oh, Dead of the Brain. Oh, about 3 hours. That's not too bad. I know there's like, I've read that there's some quirky stuff with this game in the sense of like, yeah, there's probably things where I would need to see the instructions for. I haven't really noticed that yet. I have had limited options for all the 8 different options on the left. I can't always click all 8 of them, which maybe there's something to that. I think it just limits options though, and that's nothing that's going to be explained in the manual. It probably just is what it is. But I'm going to read the manual probably before part 2. Just, I'm going to anticipate seeing some zombies and having to do whatever we got to do. We don't have a gun, so I'm not really sure what's going to happen if we encounter them. But hopefully that middle door is an armory, or, it's got ammunition and all that good stuff, so we can at least, gather some resources. So, but I think we'll call it there. Let's go to paused, and let me save this. Okay. And then we will pick up on the second door next time around. Cool. I think I'm going to end the old stream a little early. I'd normally play for a little longer than an hour, but I just wanted to get Dead of the Brain started. I've got some things I got to do tonight yet, but get going on a new game. I'll have to hit up Mario RPG next stream as well, along with Dead of the Brain, and we might have to revisit Vegas Stakes because it has been a while. We might have to do part 17 of that next time, but appreciate everybody tuning in. It's your main man Chrono, signing off.